Well, we put the boat in the water and Dottie broke it yesterday. So she's gonna fix it. No. The starts right up, idles fine, but under load it's hesitating and coughing a little bit and then bogs down. It's running out of fuel is my diagnosis, but yesterday we started ripping some things apart and yanked the carburetor off. I was gonna do a carb teardown on it, but it was really clean. I'll show you guys that in a minute. However, we got a fuel delivery problem. So I pulled off the upper filter on the water yesterday. It didn't die, it just wouldn't go past like, I don't know, 1200 RPMs without bogging. So I think it's draining the float bowl and not filling it up with enough fuel. So I got the carb off. Don't mind the blow by. I don't have the hose hooked up to the breather. But so we got to scrape this gasket off. I'll show you the carb when we get there. Walk you through this, my tentative plan for fixing it since I'm not a boat guy. We're just gonna kind of see how it goes, but there's a valve right here, anti-siphon valve coming out of the tank. I think that's probably the culprit. Runs from there up the fuel line, and then the fuel line goes to the fuel pump, which hopefully I can get off. There's a fuel filter on the bottom of this that I didn't know was on there because it's tucked below. So we're gonna try and see if I can get that one off as well. Then we gotta throw the spark plugs back in and freshen this up. So we'll get started and see how it does. Well, this is difficult in the boat. Here's the mechanical fuel pump, standard Chevy car style. The fuel float filter is down here, or the fuel filter inline from the tank to here is underneath this behind all these hoses, which is going to be kind of a pain to get to. So I gotta figure out if I can even wrestle to that. I think it might be a 10 mil at the bottom, but I'm gonna have to come around through here underneath the filter to get to that one, and maybe just pop this fuel line off. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll start with the fuel line. So separate it here, then I'll take this one off to give me a little more room to work. I pulled up the bolt holding the fuel inlet from the gas filler neck hose out. Got me a little more room. I had to reach underneath here and try and dig this out. Are you not a 10?
Oh my God, there's two.
All right, change of plans. Pulling the fuel pump off. Maybe. Oh, that helps. Standard. All that work on metric things, it's 3/8. Alright, let me keep wrestling with this. Okay, we got it. There's a little safety lock on there, but fuel, a little bit of sediment in there, not too much. Spring, then older style filter. Who knows if that's gonna work or not. But we'll rinse this out, give that a quick clean, and then I can put the new filter in. Alright, so the bowl's off, filter stuff are out. Here's a new one. Nice little kit. Comes with an O-ring and a bunch of other stuff. Different style filter. What does this tell you? Little O-ring, big O-ring. And a spring. Let's see how these go. The spring's gonna sit in the bottom of the bowl. Should drop in like this. And then they clip right back in. So it's kind of like a distributor cap on these clips. There's the old filter, gasket. So pull that out. Drop the new one in onto the housing. And this was just this one. There was no filter there, so I think that should be okay. Come on. Okay, we'll wrestle this in. Wrestled this in place, snapped the clip in, way easier. When I moved you guys and got closer. So now I'll snug this back in. I'll wedge a wrench in here. Unfortunately, the bimini top is not blocking the sun for me. Some of us get to be comfortable in the shade. But we got that fuel filter back on, so that should be good to go. Before I clamp any of these hoses down, we're going to separate that one down there and retighten up the anti-siphon valve. Okay, fuel line's disconnected, so now I gotta pop this fitting right here is a valve, but I might pop the tank line out too. Make sure that's clean as well. So I got the hose off for fuel, and then the barb fitting. The barb fitting is a check ball right there. So I need to test to see if that's gonna work. Which is springing, at least, so that's not too gunked up. So we're good there. And while we're this far, I'm going to pull that last fitting out and check the hose itself. One more to go. Second fitting's out. This is basically the fitting that steps it as a 90 over to the ball valve that we just tested, so that's good. While we're already this far, I'm just going to pull out. I broke this free 7/8 fitting, but we'll pull up the tank screen. It's got a sock just like a car. And make sure that this is clear. So we'll blow this out next. Fuel lines are all hooked back up. I didn't put an inline filter in. I'm going to add one down there at some point, but not right now. So that's all tightened up. These bulk hoses are also clamped down, hooked up to the fuel pump, and then we just follow the stainless fuel rail up to the last little bit. We got to throw the carburetor back on. Bunch of 7/16, and you got to use hand tools. Brand new gasket. Just fine. I gotta grab the carburetor. Here's what we got. I was gonna take this apart this morning, but everything in here is spotless. I tested it, accelerator pump was working fine with whatever residual fuel was in there, and then we cleaned this filter out yesterday. This big giant nut is a filter. This should be good to go. I'll slap this back on now. Four bolts and some linkage. One of 4 bolts you can get to with the socket. The other ones are all hand wrench. So, and they're all nylocks, which makes it even more fun to spin them on and off. So, one final snug on this one and we should be good. Alright, carb is reinstalled, and I just hook up the fuel lines and the linkage over here. Another nylock bolt. And how do you know you have snap-on tools? Alright. Choke. Gotta reground this one clip. And what else is left? Fuel line. Good. That should be about it. Oh, we're gonna do the spark plugs real quick too. It came out, I only pulled number 4. Came out really clean and nice, but while we're in here doing it, we might as well freshen that up as well. Rule out one more variable here.
Okay. Awesome.
Wrong spark plugs.
Great, thanks, bye.
It's the right plug, but it's the wrong head size and it won't work in the boat. Okay, so here's number 4. It's a good looking plug, so I'm not too concerned. I'm gonna go down and just do one at a time. I didn't pull them all yesterday because I didn't remember the firing order, nor did I want to have to. So we'll drop these right back in. Then we just got the air cleaner and that little oil line, or the fuel line, vent, purge, whatever this is, purge line, fuel line. Let's slide that back on before I forget. So that's good, and then drop these plugs back in. Don't like these things. Still looks good. I don't even think I'm going to bother on the other 2. I didn't have any cylinder fire problems. So, do you want me to check all 4 or is 2 good for the plugs? Because it ran good when it ran, so. I do have the right ones ordered already on Amazon.
Are those expensive?
$5 a piece, 4 of them.
What? Really?
Yeah. How much did you think they were? Alright, that should be it. For now, okay, put some tools away and we'll try firing this thing up. And the last bit, some injector carb clean fuel mixture. The Band-Aid fix. But sure beats pulling a carb apart. We got a full tank in here too, so. No measuring required. turtle fire up. No fuel, so it could take a little bit of cranking here. Blower on. Mechanical pump, so it will take some cranking. Almost there. And a quick leak check. Work on this, dry. Tells me the pump is working. It's sending fuel. Here. Really gotta put a breather hose on over here though. Just all the mist from there. Sounds alright. Let's go for a ride. Alright, we're driving. Temps are good. Never really climbs over 120 when it's in the water, but let's get out on there. We'll do one quick blast and then head over to the bar in the next channel where we launch. So far, so good. We'll see what happens. It's a Tuesday, so it should be pretty empty out here for a quick little blast. Definitely gotta shake it up a little bit and mix in that fuel cleaner. The worst part of boating is the slow no-wake zones, and the chain is full of them. Unless you're partying. But I'm hot and need some breeze. It's nice out here, especially on a Tuesday. See what we can do here. Already feels better. Yesterday it would have died by now. I'd say she's fixed. All right, this is hard to hold. Let me go pick up Dottie. Quick little rip, it got real windy, so I turned it off. Can't hardly hear anything, but she's fixed. It's running good, temps are good. Idling nice and low. I mean, we're putzing down the other channel now. We'll dock this, see if I can convince Dottie to go out for a little bit before we gotta go back to work. But we can get this out of the water and just running like $1 million. I think I hit 37. Solo. Boat's never empty, so I'll take it for a little 3-liter. enjoy a Tuesday afternoon with nobody on the water. It's hot. Beautiful day with the wind out here though. Boating and things. So, carb is fixed. Daddy's happy. I'm way less stressed out than I was yesterday. We got a beautiful sky. Very windy, but good day. Put some back, pick my buddy up. We're gonna rip around. I need to burn through a tank of gas. Get the fuel mix out of there, and then just hang out and enjoy it the rest of the summer. So, fuel filter fix worked. Catch you guys on the next one.